Okay, we will continue where we left off in the last video, but we will take away these cars and concentrate on the airplane here down in the bottom. So I will start by making a path for this to follow, and I will just go ahead and create a shape layer. Let's see if we can say no fill. Okay, I want this to go away, kind of like this, up into a loop, and down the other side. Like that. There we go. Okay, we have some kind of loop over there. So in order to bring that into the as a path for this to follow, I will go in and open up the content of that shape layer, find my path, copy. I will go to my plane. I can just click P for position, start where I want this to kind of start happening, and then you can see these keyframes being placed. I can actually go ahead and delete my shape layer because I can edit these keyframes afterwards as well. And what we can see right now is some spatial interpolation. We have some Bayesian interpolations between these points. We can see what's happening if we actually go ahead and click one of these. Let's say that one, and say keyframe interpolation, and we will change the spatial interpolation to linear. See what happens. That will make that into a sharp corner. That's not what we want. We want this to be this Bayesian. So I will just undo that, but you can see the change in the appearance. Of course, I would change that to a linear and see if it makes a difference. By looking at these keyframes in the bottom, you can see that we have some strange keyframes in the middle, and that's roving keyframes. This is so it's nice this way because it has a starting keyframe and an ending keyframe, and it knows that these in between should be kind of wherever that we want. It will move at a constant speed along this path right now. So if I click space, you can see that it moves with the same speed all the way. I can open up the graph editor, and we can see that the speed is constant all the way. And this might not be what we're after, so we can see if we can go ahead and change that in some way. So I want this first starting point to be from 0, so it starts by accelerating. I want it to kind of slow down over there or something, because now it's, or perhaps it should slow down almost over there. So I will go ahead and drag this point downwards in time. I will go ahead and drag this as well, and now we're starting to look, it looks quite strange over there, because it's moving quickly and then it slows down and moves quickly and then it slows down, and so we need to do something in between as well. We can go back and see what happens to the keyframes. Now we can see that we no longer have these roving keyframes that are placed wherever they should, in order to have like a constant speed between this keyframe and that keyframe. In this case, this is roving between those, and this one is roving between those. But we can also look at these dots and try and see what's happening. So we have something, we can make perhaps this a bit more dramatic. So I will drag everything. Perhaps we can do some more seconds. And bear with me this might look tedious, but this is what you want to do when animating your sequences. So it has a beginning. I will actually go ahead and drag this out as well, so it has a even slower, and then it has kind of gained some speed over there. Perhaps it should be even faster, and then I want it to be slow on top, so I want several of these dots to kind of come in there. I want more dots over there than there, at least. And then in the end I want this to be easiest in, so it has this like stop in the end. We can actually go ahead and just look at this and see what's happening. So start off, it goes really fast over there, and then it's the end looked kind of okay, but this looks really strange, of course. I will open up the graph editor and see what's happening. Okay, this is the problem, of course. This looks really weird. So I will go up to that point, so we have them kind of connected. Let's see, is this two of them, or why aren't they connected? Okay, I will right click and go keyframe interpolation, and I want the temporal interpolation to be continuous, because now it's Bayesian, but it has different values on both sides. So I will go and say continuous Bayesian and see what's happening. Okay, now it's actually locked them together, so it looks nice. And we want these transitions to be smooth all over. So we have this going, and I want the transition into kind of the other peak to be quite similar as well. And then we have a acceleration in the end. Perhaps we can move this closer to have a slight more. Yeah, and now we can see what's happening. It just flies up into the air. It goes really quick, but of course it's really hard to kind of determine if this is good or bad due to the orientation. We need to fix that as well. So I will right click this one, go to transform and auto orient. So I want this to orient along the path, so it doesn't look that weird. So yeah, now it looks good. So I will press space. So now we can see quite okay. Of course you can go in and tweak this a lot. I would like to do something with this, because I don't want it to, I want it actually to be, I want to change this spatial interpolation. I would change the handle slightly so it goes a bit flat, and I want it to actually to kind of make a barrel roll. Perhaps this was almost too steep. Okay, say like that. It go up like that, and then I want to change the scale. Actually, I want to uncheck that one. Move ahead in time. I'm pressing page down to jump ahead in time, and then we'll say -100 to make a mirror out of that. So now it actually kind of flips around, which might be cool if that's what you're after. Otherwise, not. I will continue and say 100 once again. Made some keyframes. Can actually go out from this graph editor because it makes me confused sometimes as well. And now we have our result. It has some strange things going on. Yeah, that was only the first time. So okay, that's it for this video. Thank you.